Hi everyone, I'm Rappler Entertainment Editor Margie De Leon, and welcome to the Rappler recap of the Miss Universe, Miss Universe 2021 Coronation Night.
Hi everyone, I'm
So,
Rappler Entertainment Editor
hi,
Margie De Leon.
oops, feedback. Sorry, technical difficulties. Ayun. So, with me today are Team LSE, my team, the Lifestyle and Entertainment. So here, with me is Amanda Lago, Steph Arnaldo, Isa Abad, and our special guest, our honorary LSE member, multimedia reporter of Rappler, Jairo Boliedo. Okay,
Ay,
so ayun. So, in case hindi niyo napanood yung Miss Universe kanina sa A to Z, ang nanalo for this year is Miss India, Miss Harnaz Sandhu. And our very own Bea Luigi Gomez was able to get to the top 5. Yun, unfortunately, hindi na siya nakaabot sa top 3. So, I would like to ask Jairo first, since he is our honorary member. Um, how do you feel about the India win?
yes, very remarkable yung win ni India kasi it's been 21 years since they had their last win through Lara Dutta in 2000. So up to now, meron silang three crowns. So Smita Sen in 2004, Lara in 2000, and then now Harnaz Sandhu. Very remarkable din yung top two kasi in Miss Grand International 18, 17, Paraguay and India din yung last two standing. And then that
Okay.
year, Paraguay yung nanalo. And this time, Paraguay, India. So, India naman yung nanalo. Harnas then is very interesting winner kasi 21 years old siya. One of the youngest winners. And then, very accomplished at very young age, 21 years old with nagmamaster siya in public administration. So, I think ito yung glory days ng India. I think they're back in their glory days after their hiatus. In pageant fans, we call them the sleeping giant kasi parang they dominated the pageant in 90s and then noong 2000s nawala sila sa limelight ng kaunti. And now bumalik sila with Adeline Castillo in last year, third runner-up, and then ngayon, winner na sila. So, tingnan natin kung masusustain nila yung streak nila sa Miss Universe again. Ayan.
Okay. I'm opening up this question na rin to everyone here in the recap. Parang, how did you guys feel about the Miss India win? Well, were you
Parang
rooting for her?
ang dami na sinabi ni Jairo eh. Like, Jairo came in with the fact. Dami ng baon.
What he
But
Totoo.
like,
said.
Oo.
yeah, but no, yeah, like, she was so, what do you call it? Impressive from the beginning, diba? Tapos siya pa yung nag-cat sound. So parang may charming
Memorable.
thing siya na,
The
diba?
Yes,
From the
oo.
start.
May meme
So,
na siya.
deserve naman. Deserve for
Oo.
me.
Steph, as a cat person, how do you feel about Miss India representing all
Proud.
cat people?
Cat ladies. Yeah, I guess when people saw that, they were like, sure na yan, well, cat people. And I don't know, I
Yeah.
think she just like commanded the stage na right away from the
Oo.
evening gown segment and even the
Oo.
Q&A. I think she was on a roll na. Her momentum was strong. So it was expected for her to be at the very least top 3. So the win, I think, was deserved.
Mm-mm. Ikaw, Isa, were you rooting for her? Like
Not
when it was down?
necessarily rooting. Parang, di ba, syempre, you can't help naman to root for Beatrice kahit mamaya yung
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, she surprised us with her performance. Pero I think, yung naging, for me, yung parang naging turning point with India was dun nung question and answer sa top 5. So parang, even when you monitor the reacts of the people, parang, one way or another, kasama talaga si India dun sa mga in-expect na papasok sa top 3.
Mm. Yeah, I agree. So yung kay Bea naman, it's a huge deal that we were able to get to the top 5. I mean, Jairo, you are the stats person in this group. In terms of yung relevance of her being in the top 5, like how important was this win?
Actually, everyone was rooting for her to enter at least the top 16 kasi we're maintaining our streak in the Miss Universe. So parang with Bea placing in the top 16, 12 years na tayo nagpe-place since 2010 in Venusra. It's actually the longest streak in Asian countries, next to
Oh,
Venezuela with 21 placements, and then USA with I think 22, 23 year placement. So it's the
how do
longest
you know these
ever.
numbers?
I just review. Yeah, I just read a lot pageant blogs and yung mga related articles. But yeah,
Uh,
that's the importance of it. Aside from landing in the initial cut, yung top five placement niya was very meaningful kasi the last time that we placed in the top five was in 2018 through Catriona Gray. So talaga everyone was rooting for her kasi the past 2 years with Gazini and Rabia, first cut natanggal na sila. And then ngayon, we
yeah,
have a top five finish. And actually, I think, although some might disagree with me, but the camp has something to do with it. Yung camp niya na Aces and Queens, parang regularly kapag sila yung camp ng girl, nakakapasok talaga sa top five except for Rabia Mateo. And then the rest, lahat ng sined na girls natin sa Miss Universe since Venus Ra, lahat sila pag top five. So, yeah, very, very interesting yung um, placement niya. And
mm,
I think ito din yung second time since 2010 na umabot sa um, Q&A round yung Philippines pero hindi nakaabot sa final round. The last time was
Yeah.
Maxine Medina in 2016. Where nanalo doon si Iris Mitenar. So yun yung mga
right.
vital statistics na kasama doon sa magka-top 5 ni Luigi.
Okay, awesome. Ang galing talaga ni Jairo. Oh my God. I'm
Oo
so
nga
happy
eh.
he's here. 'Di ba? Yeah,
Same.
speaking of the Q&A, let's talk about yung Q&A ni Bea specifically. Actually for me it was like the perfect question to ask her since we're in particularly dire straits in terms of our COVID response. Kayong girls, like how did you feel about her answer? Was it sufficient? Could she have said more, or do you think it was like just the right thing to say?
I feel like I feel like with the time that she had, I always like I
Mm.
hate judging the girls on the Q&A kasi parang
Uh,
ang complicated nung questions for a 30-second time limit, 'di ba?
True.
Pero parang she did the most with the time that she had. Plus parang I like that she took a stand for vaccines. Like hindi siya nag-wishy-washy na
yeah.
pwede kang mag-vaccine, pwede kang hindi. Like she
I
came out
agree.
and
Yeah.
said na parang yeah, it's our
She had
responsibility.
an opinion already from the
Yeah,
get-go.
yeah. It was very clear.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
In
I
fairness to
agree.
her.
Yeah. Parang for me, I was just a little bit, honestly, I was just a little bit parang, kasi the vaccine passport issue is a little more complicated than the
And
usual
I don't think
question.
it's ever really meant in contextualized like in the Philippines. Parang that's not something we're
Mm-mm.
working on
Yeah.
yet. Maybe in other
Yeah.
countries. So
Oo. Kasi parang our borders haven't like been that open yet. Parang there's still a lot of stuff going on here to fix ourselves first. So we aren't really thinking
Yeah.
about travel internationally that much. So ayun. So parang when I heard the passport question, kinabahan talaga ako for her kasi it was such a
honestly, even I
parang
didn't know how to answer. I was like,
yeah, oo, actually,
it's a
oo.
tough
It's
question.
so complex. Ayun. So, how about the answers of the other girls? Like, were there any parang Q&A moments that you remember na really stood out for you?
Sino
I
South
remember,
Africa?
yes, South Africa. It's like it took a turn, like when she said
Oo.
Uh,
about, I believe that people who don't know how to act on social media should be canceled. And we were like, what? No,
uh,
canceled. We hear that all the time. And then she went, but I also
uh,
believe that people have the chance
mm,
to be redeemed, which is
Review,
also
yeah.
true. So
Ni-redeem niya yung
she
sarili.
redeemed herself.
oo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pang quote card
Galing.
yung answer niya. I believe in cancel culture and redemption culture.
Oo.
Parang,
It's
May
also
doble
very,
cara na quote card. Ganon.
oo.
very appropriate question to be asked nowadays. So I believe it's
Mm,
important.
True.
yeah. I think then, sino yung sumagot ng body shaming one? Colombia ba yun?
It's
Paraguay.
Paraguay. Paraguay.
Paraguay. Like I thought that was a missed moment. I thought that she could have said something better. Parang hindi lang sa maikli yung sagot niya, but it was very parang stock answer.
Generic.
Very generic. Parang love your body, ganun.
I feel like
Um,
maybe na lost in translation. Like me and Amanda were
Oo.
saying, baka because the
Kasi
hindi na
Yung,
hindi
translate yung
na-translate
body
nung
yung body
shaming.
shaming,
translator.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
yeah.
guess gets naman niya. Pero like, yeah, baka may language barrier somewhere
barrier.
there.
Ayun. So, let's talk about the final three. So that's unfortunately wala si Bea doon, but then there's Miss Paraguay, Miss India, and Miss South Africa. And for the final three, they were asked the same question, which was ano yung question, Jairo? I forgot.
I think
What
what is your
advice?
advice on young woman kung
Oo.
anong pinaka-biggest
How
pressure
to
na
deal?
naranasan mo?
Facing the issues facing today. Ayun. So, I found for me, yung pinaka siguro satisfactory answer was yung kay Miss South Africa.
Same.
Courage over comfort.
The
Ah.
courage over
Yeah,
comfort,
Pang,
which
pang
I
quote
thought,
card na naman.
yeah. Kayo, how did you guys feel about yung mga sagot ng top three?
I feel like si Miss South Africa yung pinaka answered the question, like she listened to the question and answered the question instead of parang digging into her repository of
Answer.
'di ba? Parang she
Yeah.
really answered the question. I liked her answer.
Mm-mm. Ikaw,
Correct.
Isa, like, which of the three did you like best in terms of
Same
yung
rin with
final
South
word?
Africa. Same rin with South Africa. I was rooting for her,
Ah.
like, for the, like, among the three answers. Tapos, even, like, when you were monitoring, monitor ko kasi yung mga reactions sa Twitter. Tapos, almost all of
Yeah.
them, I mean, mostly talaga, ang ina-expect nilang mananalo was South Africa. So, since siya yung nag-place ng second runner-up, yung unang tinawag, parang medyo medyo na-dismaya, mostly yung Filipino audience. I think mostly yung Filipino audience rooted for her after Beatrice didn't make it to the top 3.
Yeah, I agree. I do see a lot of, I saw a lot of South Africa, parang pro South Africa votes, tweets from the Filipinos. How about yung mga candidates who didn't get in to the top 5? Like, sino-sino yung mga parang hot names na sana nakapasok?
Japan was so cute.
Gusto ko si Japan. I love her attitude. Parang fun lang. Saya lang siya. Gusto ko.
It's just like, oh my God, I'm in.
Oh, siya pa kasi Aruba, di ba? Parang saya
Oo.
nila.
Si Aruba parang kalog lang siya. She actually reminded us of you, Isa. Kasi palagi lang siyang
Saya lang siya.
parang, oh my God!
I think sayang din si Puerto Rico. Hindi siya nakapasok sa top 5. I was actually rooting for her din. Kasi she's very beautiful, very confident. Saka isa siya sa mga top favorites. Pero I think there's something to do with her gown. Hindi siguro masyadong nag-shine siya sa gown. So hindi siya nakapasok siguro sa top 5. Ayun. Sayang lang.
And
Si
speaking
ano
of
din?
gowns, go.
Ay, sorry. I was gonna say si Singapore kasi ang standout niya dun sa
Yeah.
swimsuit, di ba? Parang sobrang pak. Pero, yeah, I don't know. But why she didn't get that far?
Yeah.
I would have wanted to hear her answers kasi parang ang promising din niya magsalita dun sa start.
She seemed very put together and confident in a way na it's a little bit rare sa pageant circuit, it seems. Like may pagka, I don't know, there was a seriousness to her that I kind of liked. But maybe that's just me. Yun.
Yeah.
Nakakamukha niya si Halle Berry. So, yun.
Yes!
Ganda
Kamukha
niya.
niya si Halle Berry.
Ganda niya.
Yun. Speaking of the evening gowns, like how did you guys feel about yung evening gown ni Bea? Which was this gold slinky thing na parang
Mataas na
apparently was
slit.
based on yung pintados tattoo culture ng mga Cebuano. Yun. Did it work, do you think?
I think it accentuated her in the right places.
Oo.
Like, yeah.
And ang ganda na like, kita yung womanhood tattoo niya.
Oh, cherry blossom.
Saka parang parang binagay sa tattoo niya, di ba? Kasi parang isa sa mga very few, I think, she's the first Filipina candidate na openly pina-flaunt yung tattoo niya. So it's very, very meaningful. So it's very rich in culture kasi yun nga, yung pintados culture natin, yung Bakunawa which she pinakita niya nung preliminary gowns. I think better yung noong una kasi 'di ba, medyo nag-leak yung gown niya sa mga pageant fans kasi merong parang live stream yung Missology backstage. I think it's Pawi. And then yun, nakita ng mga pageant fans. And then most of them parang hindi masaya Pero kasi I think the lighting eh. Pero yung details talaga niya, maganda talaga siya when in motion, saka up close. Tapos very, very, ano siya, nakakatuwa kasi si Francis Liberan, winning yung mga gowns niya. I think
Mhm.
the last time na nanalo internationally yung gown niya was in 2016 through Kylie Versosa. So talagang nakakatuwa na actually I was really waiting for him to dress up our Filipina candidate sa Miss Universe. So ito yung I think first time in recent memory na may dress up siya at nakapag top 5 tapos na showcase pa yung gown niya. Saka nakakatuwa
Mm.
kasi parang 2 years tayong hindi nakapag long gown, di ba? Si Gazini saka
Actually,
True.
si Rabia, hindi sila nakapag-evening gown portion. So parang eto sulit na
oo.
sulit tayo.
Oo nga. Actually, I want to go back to the tattoo thing. Um, is she the first, parang one of is first finalist na very visible yung tattoo? Like parang I can't remember any finalists from any country na may as in very prominent tattoo.
Visible. I think
Oo.
she's the first with visible tattoo. The first one with tattoo, I think, openly na alam na may tattoo was Janik Maceta. I think she has a tattoo. Janik Maceta, Miss Peru,
Who's that?
second runner-up last May,
Oh,
in the 69th
okay, okay.
edition. Yung second
Uh,
runner-up ni Andrea Meza. So I think she has a
uh,
tattoo here or
I
here.
see. Uh,
Pero si Beatrice yung openly, tawag dito,
Yung parang
openly
hinighlight
may
talaga
tattoo.
na.
Oo, yeah, parang it was practically part of her look talaga and 'di
Yeah.
ba, parang they even talked about it. How about yung swimsuit competition? Like, I really like how Bea performed in that actually then. Like,
Mm.
how did you guys feel about that?
Walang thoughts.
Wala. Like,
Parang
parang ano eh,
yeah.
oo, like she was strutting but she wasn't masyadong maarte about it. Like she
Oo.
wasn't, it
Parang
didn't seem like she was trying
chill.
too hard. Yeah, it didn't seem like she was trying too hard.
Oo.
Ayun.
Tsaka ang
I
ganda
Sige.
think
nung
ako,
pinili niyang suit.
yung color,
Oo, and the
bumagay sa
cut.
kanya. Saka I think yung pinaka-highlight ng swimsuit niya, kasi yung mga pageant fans prior to the finals night, nagrereklamo sila about the expression ni Beatrice, parang
Beatrice,
puro
yeah.
smile daw, ganyan, hindi man lang daw fierce, katulad ni
Mm.
Catriona and Pia. I think people have to understand na yung fierceness and then the way you present yourself differs from each person.
Yeah.
Kasi may mga taong
Oo.
binabagayan kasi or doon sila confident. So I think fair talaga. Sobrang ganda ng performance niya sa swimsuit. Saka na-accentuate yung long legs niya talaga. Yung legs niya talaga yung una mong
Oo.
titingnan talaga.
Yeah.
Oo, grabe yung
Ayun.
legs niya. At the risk of sounding like we're objectifying her, like,
Yeah,
but
pero
purely, ang ganda ng legs
for
niya.
all intents and purposes, like yeah, for this talk. So, what do you guys think will happen when she gets back? Like, what are her prospects for her career, do you think? Ikaw, Jairo, like in particular, like, have you heard any rumblings about like a possible showbiz career or like ano yung posibleng niya, options?
It really depends kung saang track niya yung pipiliin niya. But
Mm.
base sa trajectory kasi ng Miss Universe Philippines natin from 2010 to Revilla Mateo 2020, meron
Mm.
naman silang mga talagang nilaland na career. Some of them were tawag dito models katulad ni Ariela, si Janine Togonon, model siya sa New York ngayon. Tapos ngayon si Shamsi Supsup, siya yung national director. So I think kahit saan niya pinili pumunta, kung showbiz man or kung saan man, meron siyang pupuntahan. Saka very, very, very celebrated yung niya, yung win niya. Kasi first openly bisexual, siya,
Bisexual, yeah.
contestant natin from the Philippines. And base sa statistics talaga, base sa statistics ng Miss Universe, I think she's the second one who yung non-straight woman na admittedly, yon nakapasok sa top 5. The first one was Patricia Urena, Spain in 2013, first runner-up ni Gabriela Isler. So silang dalawa pa lang. So she made history as first Asian openly member of the LGBT community to enter. So I think is-celebrate siya pag uwi niya dito. Saka yung Cebu, knowing Cebu, they
Oh
love
yeah.
beauty pageants so much and
Yeah.
they have a lot of beautiful girls. So I think talaga maganda yung career niya pag uwi niya dito, even locally man or dito sa national scope natin.
Okay, awesome. Raise your hand if you think Jairo should get his own show. Like just to talk about pageants all day, every day. Okay. Ayun. So we actually I was trying to poach Gyro and keep him in LSE with parang hindi na siya magiging what do you call this? Ano yung beat mo exactly? Police and
Military. So it's
military.
actually at 180. I'm covering the military and the police, and then yeah, I'm so
Well,
interested in beauty pageants.
not super kasi si Bea she's a Navy reservist, right? So may
Yeah.
may konting may
Crossover.
konting
Fair
connection.
semblance.
Pipilitin ko yung connection na yun. Okay, so we're actually yeah, we're at the end of our recap. Do you guys have anything else to say about this year's pageant? Do you guys have any predictions
Congrats.
about the upcoming pageant, the upcoming pageants of Miss World, which is actually this Friday, and which we will cover as well live here on Rappler? Any predictions for Miss World? Do you think that Tracy Maureen Perez will perform just as well this Friday?
I mean, di ba
Gyro.
hakot niya yung Miss World Philippines? Yeah, but yeah, Gyro.
Oo,
What do
yeah,
you think?
hakot siya. Super
So,
hakot.
Hakot
Super
awarding
hot.
sa Miss World Philippines. Tsaka
Oo.
sure na siya
Parang,
nakasama siya sa top 3. Ay, top 30.
ah,
Kasi nag-advance na
oo.
siya sa head-to-head.
Correct. Oo. Yeah, so yun, it's gonna be
Yeah.
an interesting coverage then. So please watch out for that on Friday morning, or same time then, this early. So just wake up early with us, get your coffee and stuff, and we'll be right there with you. Okay, so this has been our Rappler recap for the Miss Universe 2021 Coronation Night. Thank you so much to all who watched. Thank you to my team and to our very, very special honorary member who we will now permanently add to our recaps every time because he will
Bigyan ng
provide all
corona
the
si Gyro.
oo, as in
Yeah.
as in you are the fountain of knowledge in this regard, and we are so grateful that you're here with us. Okay, so I'm Marguerite De Leon, Rappler's entertainment editor, and have a beautiful day.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye!